It's amazing how much this team literally drives the entire fan base insane. It really is. You can't describe it any other way, shape, or form. This Flyers team. My God. When you come off of a road trip last week where you get 5 of 6 against teams that you weren't expected to be. Everyone expected you to get fucking shellacked. And then you have the prior weeks where you're getting shellacked literally every goddamn game, especially on home ice. My God, you were losing literally every game. It was embarrassing. It was pathetic. It was everything in between. And then after that strong road trip, you come back home on Monday against the Islanders, drop a fucking dud, 4-0. That was just a joke. And then you come into the night against a Columbus team. Yes, they were playing good hockey coming into it, but you needed to find a way to just get a win. You needed to find a way to get a win, and this team constantly stabs themselves in the foot, and they just continue to prove all of us like what we actually think they are. And this sucks because you get Dan Vladar back tonight, and yeah, he definitely showed some rust in the early stages of the game, but Dan Vladar like really saved your ass, especially in that third period for a lot of this. He was keeping you involved. Those saves that he was making in the third period to keep it a 3-1 game, oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Those were ridiculous. Ridiculous, sprawling across to come over and make the glove save not once, but twice. Twice. To keep it a 3-1 game, because the game could have gotten way out of hand if Dan Vladar wasn't able to make those saves. And good for fucking Dan Vladar, because the Flyers needed goaltending like that. And then you also have Travis Konecny, who he got hurt in this game at some point. I think he blocked the shot going into the second intermission, and he was reeling going into the intermission. Like, he did not feel good, but he stayed in there and manned it out. And this dude manages to get a fucking hat trick. This dude gets a hat trick to tie the goddamn game at 3-3. How do you respond to that? Oh, yeah, not that much of a minute later, Sean Monahan, wide open backdoor, defensive breakdown, instant tap-in. Dan Vladar can't make every sprawling, spectacular save in the goddamn world. I mean, like, it's a joke at this point. That it's laughable how they just easily break down. Easily break down. It is insane. And it's funny, too, because you have Rick Tocchet after the game against the Islanders, really, I think calling out his leaders, calling out his top guys for, not showing up. And, talking about his leaders, I think this was more on like a Tuesday during the practice before they hit the road and everything like that. Talking about like how they do have a great leadership room, they have a great locker room and everything, but they really don't pressure each other. They don't challenge each other. They're like maybe a little too close with one another. And he was really calling out the leadership at that that post-practice press conference, and to, for a leader to be called out, one of them being Travis Konecny, even though he didn't say them by name, he's calling out the leaders most definitely. Konecny, Couturier, Sanheim, those are the guys that wear the letters on their jerseys. For a leader in Konecny to get called out, he comes out tonight and he gets a hat trick, getting hurt in the process. Travis Konecny definitely stepped up, but where the hell is Sean Couturier? Sean Couturier having a great chance point blank, can't fucking find a way to get a goal. I don't think Couturier has scored in 25 games. I think someone's posted it on Twitter. It's been 25 games since Sean Couturier has scored a goal. Like that's a joke. I understand Sean Couturier is not the same player. I'm not trying to say he is the same player that he once was. Granted, yes, 2 back surgeries are definitely going to dwindle a player's, capabilities out there on the ice. But you're the captain of this team. You're getting paid a lot of money. Granted, you were given that contract before 2 back surgeries. Like, you need to do something, dude. You need to do something offensively, and he's just not capable of doing it anymore. And he's being forced into a role to where he shouldn't be because this team lacks the center depth. It's insane. It's insane. But back to Konecny getting a hat trick after being called out, like, that's fantastic. But where's everybody else? Where's everybody else? Where's Zegras? Where's Zegras been the past few games? He's looks like he's coming back down to the mean. Owen Tippett hit a couple of posts tonight. Mitchkov, he was part of the defensive breakdown on the go-ahead goal for Columbus. The power plays, once again, can't fucking score on the goddamn power play. You had a billion chances on the goddamn power play in this game. It's insane how many power plays that you do get and you don't score on. Ay, 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 ay. insane. Like, I feel bad for Dan Vladar. I really do. Because honest to God, I was kind of scared, like, oh, Dan Vladar's in net tonight. Oh, I really hope they're not rushing him back. Yeah, he felt the rust in the beginning of the game, but he really, really kept them involved. And a lot of people were thinking, oh, maybe if you get Dan Vladar back, maybe that settles everything. Maybe that can calm some guys down. Maybe that can get them back into their structure. Maybe they can find a way to get a hold of themselves and maybe figure it out. Now that Dan Vladar is back, this game don't prove anything to that. As fantastic as Dan Vladar was, he can't make every fucking save. He can't make every 10-bell save. Because of all the defensive breakdowns that this team has, he can't make them all. He can't make them all. That last goal by Monahan, backdoor, point blank, he's not going to come up. He got across. He just isn't going to make the save every time. It's physically impossible to do that. So, like, I have no essence of blame for Dan Vladar. I just don't. I felt bad for him because of how much he was getting left out there. And he was making the fucking saves, too. Like, as the game was going on, he was getting better. And he was just left out. Like, he deserved way better. He deserved way better. Travis Konecny deserved way better in this game. As hard as I am on Konecny a lot of times during the season, Konecny deserved way better in this game. Getting a hat trick, tying the game up. This game should have gone to overtime at least. And then you break down the final minute. I do wonder what Rick Tocchet has to say about that postgame, so I'm sure there'll be something about that real quick. But that's just pathetic. It's pathetic. In a season that, maybe this could have been a game to where you figured out something. You could have got to overtime or something like that. No, you don't get anything. You don't get anything. You fall down this game 1-0 in the 30 seconds into the game. Konecny eventually ties it, but then you eventually go down 3-1 in the second period. The entire offense today was Travis Konecny just literally trying to do everything out of his ass. And I don't even think Columbus played that good of a game. The Flyers just stabbed themselves in the foot constantly. They really do. The defensive breakdowns, they can't get the puck out of their own zone. It is insane. Crazy. Crazy. It's just pathetic, man. It's really pathetic. I think people are pointing out right now that the Flyers are 2-7-2 in their last 11 games. You just can't. You can't make it up, man. You can't make it up. You have post right here by Jordan Hall. Flyers lose to the Blue Jackets 5-3. Wasted big efforts by Dan Vladar and Travis Konecny. Flyers have lost 9 of their last 11, 2-7-2 in a stretch in which they have allowed 4.45 goals a game. Insane. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. This team's falling apart, man. This team is really falling apart. This team's falling apart. This team is really just falling apart. It's sad. Like, I hate it. It sucks. It really does. Like, it really just is. Look at where you are now with the standings. I don't think the standings actually updated after tonight so far. I wonder if I hit the refresh if it does update. Yes, it does update now. So, oh my God. You are now 1 point separated from being 9th in the conference. 9th. Not 9th. Actually, that's in the Wild. So look, if I go into the conference. From being 15th in the conference. Being 15th. You have 57 points. You are tied with the Blue Jackets, the Senators, the Maple Leafs, and the Capitals. And you're 1 point ahead of the New Jersey Devils, who, yes, you do have a game in hand on, but still, you keep losing, you're going to end up in that part of the basement. You really can at that point. More losing, you're going to end up in the bottom. And, oh, yeah, you play tomorrow in Boston, and Boston has been on fire lately. They're 8-1-1 in their last 10 games. Yeah, that's not going to go well whatsoever. You are, it is bad. It is bad. 24-19-9 in the season. Realistically, if you just add both of those numbers up, you're 24-28, so you're below 500. It's Jesus. I know we all said there's a lot of parity in this Eastern Conference, and a very long losing stretch can really send you to the bottom of the standings. You're really close to getting pushed to the bottom of the standings there, at least to the second to last. Could you catch up to the? Realistically, you're probably not going to catch up to the Rangers. The Rangers are their own breed of bad, and you got shellacked by them at home after their GM sent out a letter to the fan base, and now they're sitting Artemi Panarin so they can keep him healthy for a possible trade because they don't want him getting injured to protecting an asset. That's insane. It's insane. It's insane. This team, man. This team. Yeah, Boston tomorrow. It's probably going to be a loss, and most likely Sam Emerson's going to start in net, so that, yeah, definitely not confident in that. You got the Kings on Saturday. You got the Caps on Tuesday, the Ottawa Senators, and those are teams that you're with for neck and neck with the standings, but those teams give you fits. Ottawa always gives you fits. Capitals, you've seen them for the first time this year, and I'm sure they're going to give you fits. You realistically can go into this Olympic break on a very long losing streak. Realistically, I don't see them winning in Boston tomorrow. I really just don't. Really, this last few games can really just settle what the season's going to be like, because now if you look at the standings in terms of where they are at in terms of playoff contention, realistically the only way that they could get in the playoffs at this point is third place in the Metro. They have to finish in the tops in the Metro. That's the only place they can do it. It really just is, because they are 8 points out of the wild card spot, which is controlled by Boston and Montreal. Yeah, the wild card spot is literally just unattainable at this point. You have to do it by getting third place in the Metro, and you are 6 points separated now behind the Islanders. And go figure, you lost to the Islanders on Monday, which basically was a 4-point swing in the standings. You're toast. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. It's really just it. It's insane. It's insane. I don't think so far nothing has been said by Rick Tocchet, so I'm just trying to refresh Twitter just to see if he does say anything, if he does call people out. I don't know. So you got this last look into the schedule right here, and the Olympic break can't get here sooner enough. It really can't. We're basically a week and a half away from the Olympic break. It can't get here sooner rather than later, man. It really needs to get here. We Flyers, we're suffering right now. We're tired. Oof. We're tired right now. We're in a lot of pain. I do see you, American loyalists. You're asking who's last in the league right now. Vancouver. And there is no way, shape, or form that the Flyers can catch up to the Vancouver Canucks. No way in shape or form. If they drop down to where the Devils are ranked 25th in the league, and that would be the the 8th pick in the draft if they were to finish there. Like, say if the season ended in the next few days and the Flyers finished worse than the Devils, they would be getting the 8th pick in the lottery. And granted, whatever happens in the lottery. And then after that, it's Nashville with 53 points. Chicago has 51 points. The Rangers, you're not catching these other teams unless you just go on an insanely long. Of course, you're not catching fucking Vancouver. No one's fucking catching Vancouver. They're their own breed of bad. Granted, who coached Vancouver last? Oh, yeah, go figure. Fucking Rick Tocchet. No wonder why some people are comparing the Flyers to the Canucks in terms of future. No wonder. It feels bad, man. It's very bad. It's painful with this team. Like, everything that you think can go wrong with this team is going wrong. You just can't describe it any other way. Everything is literally going wrong with this team. Everything is going wrong. I do want to see their March schedule just to see where everything can really form. Let's see. So coming back from the break, they play Washington on the road, the Rangers on the road. They play Boston at home to close out February after the break. They play in Toronto, Utah at home, Penguins on the road, Rangers, Capitals, Wild, Jackets. Then they go on the Western California road trip, Ducks, Kings, Sharks, Blue Jackets at home, Chicago at home, Detroit on the road. That's an 8 o'clock ABC game, Jesus Christ. Dallas at home on a Sunday. Capitals on the road to close out March. They got Detroit. They'll be seeing Detroit a lot in the last few stages of the season. They see Boston again a couple of times. They see the Devils, the Islanders, the Jets, Hurricanes. Yeah, this could definitely get ugly. This could get ugly. It's already ugly. It's already ugly as it is. But it could get even worse. It could probably get worse with the way they're playing. Because, my God. And of course, Flyers Nation on Twitter has to put more salt in the wound. At least we signed Christian Dvorak until he's 35 years old. That was so stupid to re-sign him. That was so fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. Why did you re-sign him? Why did you re-sign him? Why did you re-sign him? Oh, I cannot wait for the Olympic break, man. I cannot wait. I need to. I need a break from this team for like a week, 3 weeks, and that's how long the Olympic break is. Most like 3 weeks. I need a break. We all need a break. I'm tired of watching this team. I'm tired of the pain with this team. I'd rather watch Olympic hockey on a tiny rink in fucking Milan. At least that'll be entertaining. At least that'll be chaos. I can't stand this. I can't. I can't. I'd rather watch Olympic hockey on a tiny rink in Milan. At least that'll be entertaining, man. Oh, man, this is so painful. It's so painful. Like, Zegras come back down to earth. You know, Konecny, good for him to get the 3 goals today. Like, good for him, like I said. So that puts him at 20 goals in the season now. So, if he does continue this hot streak, he can get the 30 goals plus if he continues this hot streak, because Konecny does go on very long hot streaks. So, who knows? Maybe you could convince to trade him in the offseason. Maybe he waives his no movement clause. Maybe. Maybe. Grasping at straws. Dan Vladar, I'm so sorry. Dan Vladar, Dan, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Vladar. I'm sorry. You do not deserve this. You do not deserve this. You've been so good for this team this year. You've kept them afloat for so long, and now it's probably crumbling back down. I feel bad for Dan Vladar. I feel bad for Konecny tonight. The problem, loyalist, you can't simply trade Konecny. He's got a no movement clause. You would have to have him waive it. So you can't just simply trade it. You have to ask him to waive it. And he would have probably full control of where he goes. So you signed Dvorak with a modified no movement fucking clause. Like we say sell at the deadline. Sell at the deadline. It's just, what does this team have to trade? They don't have anything to sell. What, you got to trade Owen Tippett? Is that going to happen? No one's going to trade for Owen Tippett at the deadline. Is Bobby Brink? Is Bobby Brink an attractive commodity? He's really not going to net much. Really just isn't. Konecny isn't a trade deadline trade. No one really sees long-term contracts being traded. Is Trevor Zegras? I don't think they're going to consider trading Trevor Zegras. I don't even know. They have nothing to sell. They have nothing to sell. And the guy that probably would have been a hot commodity because of the way that he was playing would be Christian Dvorak. And you extended him. You fucking extended him. You fucking extended him. I just, they have nothing. They have nothing. They have nothing. They have nothing. Your hottest commodity, you fucking extended 5 years. Until he's 35. Until he's 35. 35. It's fucking painful, man. I don't know. I'm hurt. I don't even know how more I can get hurt. I expected this. I did expect this. Like, I'm not trying to like toot my own horn, but I did expect something like this because I didn't think the team was that good. Like, realistic. Like, if you just look at, they're a team that can't string together wins. They suck the game after they win a game, so that they can't string together wins. Now they're starting to lose after they lose a game, which was their strength. They would always bounce back after a loss. Now they can't. They can never string together wins. Now they can't prevent the bleeding. They can't fucking score on their power. Their special teams fucking suck. Dan Vladar is not gonna be able to hold this thing above water. I feel bad for Vladar in that sense. I do. Zegras is coming back down to earth. As much as I do think Michkov is playing better, it's still not gonna be enough. I don't know. I don't know, man. So tired. And the carnival is fucking Sunday too. Jesus Christ! Like, I'm not gonna try to bring in negativity to the Flyers. That's always like a feel good time there. The carnival has nothing to do with the team's play this season. It's just gonna be such a sour mood. It really just is. They're not gonna fire Briere. They're just not going to. Comcast, the Spectacor, and all that, like, they put all the stuff in the. They're not firing Briere. Like, that's out of the question. They're not firing Briere. So they're not going to do that. They're not firing Briere. It's insane. Like, you just can't even, like how bad it gets. It really just like when it gets bad, it gets bad. It really just does. Should they? Should they fire Briere? I don't know. Like, I don't know if that, like, there are things that there are things that Briere does do good. Like, the offseason moves that he made, I thought the offseason moves that Briere made, they did bring in a nice return. You got Zegras, which got him a change of scenery. He played good in the first half of the year. Dan Vladar, no one expected Dan Vladar to play to the way that he was playing. That was a good signing. Dvorak, yeah, Dvorak has been playing well here, so that turned out to be a good signing in that stage. It's just the extension that puts everything with a sour taste in the mouth. Like, the offseason moves that Briere made, I think were good. I think were solid. I think he can make trades. I think Briere's, best thing is making trades. Like, he's proven that he can make NHL caliber trades. It's just the other stuff that I get a little bit shaky with is contract extensions, specifically extensions and contracts in general, and drafting. Like, those are the other two. Like, those are not his strong suits. Like, his strong suits are drafting. Not drafting. Fucking Jesus Christ, not drafting. Trading. Like, that's just, like Briere has done some good things, but he also does things that make me scratch my head. I understand that GM's not going to bat 1,000 in everything that he does. But it's just and I don't even know if this is like a full Briere thing, because they always talk about working as a cohesive unit. So I don't know how much of this is also Jonesy's doing. I don't know how much Tocchet has a say in this. I don't know how much Torts had a say when he was the coach, because I'm sure Torts had a big say in everything as well. So, like, they work as I know Dan Hilferty doesn't make decisions. He lets the guys make the decisions and all that stuff. So I don't think Hilferty's involved in this at all. Like how much of this can we also say it's Jonesy? Like, how much of this can we say it's Jonesy too? Like, is Jonesy holding back Briere from doing things that maybe Briere wanted to do? I don't know. I don't these are the questions that I have to ask. That I have to ask. Does Jonesy have final say? I know Briere is like the face of everything. Does Jonesy have final say? Does Briere not have final say in what he wants to do? Did Briere have final say in the coaching hire? Did Briere want to hire Tocchet? Maybe not. I have no idea. Did he want to hire Jay McKee? Did he want to hire a college coach? Did he want to hire somebody fresh and new? I have no idea. But he couldn't do anything because Jonesy wanted to hire his buddy. I don't know. Is this a Jonesy thing? Is this solely a Briere thing? I have no clue. It's probably both. It's probably a mix of both. Honestly, if you bring it up there, it's probably a mix of both. But because they just talk about, like, working as a cohesive unit. So, like, I really just can't put sole blame on one person. I think it's both of them. Either that one person doesn't have full say and you can't have a full, clear direction of what you want to do, or one person does things well, the other person doesn't do things well. Then it doesn't mesh well. It doesn't mesh well. One guy has one vision, the other guy has another vision. You really can't find, like, you're trying to find a way to get a good mix of both visions together. Like, it's something as simple as that? Like, I don't know. I don't have the answers for you. Like, there are things that I hear on the insides and all that stuff, yeah, but I couldn't tell you, because I can't get a clear, concrete answer. Like, this is just stuff that I go up on the top of my head. So I really couldn't tell you anything. But no, they're not going to fire Briere. I don't think that's going to be the case. They're not going to fire Briere. I think that's completely out of the question. Oh boy, and Rick Taka has already stated that Konecny might not play tomorrow, and that he gutted it out with the foot injury that he was playing with the hat trick. Hey, ugh. Pasternak's probably going to score a hat trick tomorrow. Pasternak's going to score a hat trick tomorrow. I'll guarantee that. At least a goal, at least 2 goals. At least 2 goals. Pasternak scoring 2 goals at least. I don't know what else to do. I really don't, man. It's just... I just don't know, man. I really don't. Like, it's just that. It's just that. Like, I have no words. I've really run out of words with everything. It's insane. It's insane. I just want to get to the Olympic break, man. That's what I want. I just want to get to the Olympic break. I just want to get to the Olympic break. That's all I want. That's all I want. So, well, we don't have any calls here on the Anytime Hotline. I think I've got my rant out. I got my therapy out, even though tomorrow's another game against Boston, which will probably be very bad, most likely. So, we'll see where it goes. We'll probably catch up back tomorrow with this goddamn team. Please, somebody else. Like, seriously, can there be a positivity in fucking Philadelphia sports, please? Please. Eagles can't figure out a fucking OC for their goddamn life. The Phillies are the fucking Phillies. The Sixers are inconsistent as hell. And this fucking Flyers team. Like, nothing is positive right now. Nothing is fun. Nothing is hunky-dory. Everything wants to be fucking painful. Everything has to be fucking painful. And now Flyers Nation just posted that Sean Couturier has now gone 30% of the season without scoring a goal. Joy. That's how I'm going to leave you guys off. Okay. That's how I'm leaving you off here, guys, tonight. So, appreciate you all for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does me a great deal of service with the YouTube algorithm. Also, use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Great deal. Don't pass it up. Appreciate you all for tuning in. And pain. Everything is pain with the Flyers. I'll see you tomorrow.